This realm is true. If you ever have... Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? Whoa! Healthcare is free in Sumeru? No, not right now. Thanks for asking, though. Eating the street food on every corner has never sounded so tempting! If so, Paimon will go see a doctor and get treated. It's all for free. It'd be a waste not to take advantage of this, don't you think? Oh no! So no more delicious food then? Oh, okay. Maybe Paimon needs to reconsider this idea. Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? People in Sumeru seem to take divination and fortune-telling pretty seriously. For starters, there's astrology, although only the scholars get to practice that. But ordinary citizens have their ways too. They can do divinations with just a cup of coffee. Paimon heard that they can tell your fate just by looking at the bottom of a finished cup of coffee. Sounds way easier than climbing to the top of a tower and staring at the stars all night. Yeah, although Paimon's really more interested in finding out what the coffee tastes like.
Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon the wind. I guessed that you would come. I'm very happy to have some place to settle down for a time. When I'm by myself, I often look outside just to appreciate the scenery. With no one around, one's heart will naturally calm. Tomorrow is uncertain, but at least I'll always have the stability of the present. A pity that I can't reside here for long, for my blade will dull. I am most thankful. Each year yields scorching summers and frigid winters. The hottest and coldest days are different, but the weather here is up. It is truly a blessing to leave. Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon... All right. But what did the rainy season recently set itself upon us? Any topics pertaining to rain? If the rain is heavy, I'll usually seek... Caves are my primary choice, but if there's a wild animal inside, you must first contest it. My second choice is an abandoned temple, but there are usually drafts and the omnipresent scent of mold. If there are no other options, I'll shelter... But I don't dare do this in a thunderstorm. As a last resort, I'll try my luck on how... If someone with a blade knocks on the... Understanding this, there's no need to bother. No need for worry. The outdoors won't always be rainy. Turn your gaze skyward on a clear night. Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon the... Please take this. I heard that the maple leaves back home have already turned red. I want to go back and take a look, but it's a long journey. I can't return for now. I was wandering the market the other day and saw these well-preserved maple, although I can't confirm whether they're from my hometown. They still help blunt... Yes. In the past, I collected maple leaves upon the... When I was on the boat, I scattered... Perhaps another homesick soul. I should have taken the initiative to invite you. But I was... Thank you. Then take this maple leaf as a... When the maple leaves next bloom red... Hello there. There was a familiar... Good morning. You can talk to me about anything. Although I cannot guarantee anything else, I'm a very good listener. Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon the wind. All right. But what to talk about? Let me think. The rainy season recently set itself upon us. Any top... Caves are my primary choice, but if there's a wild animal inside, you must first contest it. My second choice is an abandoned temple, but there are usually drafts and the omnipresent scent of mold. If there are no other options, I'll shelter under a tree. But I don't dare do this in a thunderstorm, too dangerous. As a last resort, I'll try my luck on houses with their lights on. If someone with a blade knocks on the door during a rainy night, most people would be on their guard. Understanding this, there's no need to bother them. Besides, the world is vast, and there's always somewhere to go. No need for worry. The outdoors won't always be rainy, and one's life won't always be overcast. Turn your gaze skyward on a clear night, and you will see thousands of stars. Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon the wind. I guessed that you... I'm very happy to have some place to settle down for a time. When I'm by myself, I often look outside just to appreciate the scenery. With no one around, one's heart will naturally calm. Tomorrow is uncertain, but at least I'll always have the stability of the present. A pity that I can't reside here for long, for my blade will dull. I am most thankful. Each year yields scorching summers and frigid winters. The hottest and coldest days are difficult for me to weather, but the weather here is always comfortable. It is truly a blessing to leisurely pass one's time here.
You're here. I sort of assumed that you didn't make it home very often. So, how are the travels going? Anything exciting happen lately? It's pretty good. Pleasant scenery, calm atmosphere. Good place to rest and rejuvenate your body and mind. Sometimes, when I get sick of being in the court of Fontaine, I get a strong urge to head off somewhere else for a while and get a change of scenery. Somewhere without unruly customers. Or loads. It was the wines and ballads of Mondstadt. The prosperous commercial hub that's Liyue Harbor. The bustling Grand Bazaar and the never-ending does. One thing I'd like to do was head to the liveliest spot in town. Find a seat and just... I sometimes feel like to this day. Look at me. I guess it's a deeply... Anyway, basically, I love traveling. You're here. So, how are... Another day? Gone. I'm gonna take another look at my pattern pieces. You're here. So, how are... It's pretty good. Sometimes, when I get sick of being in the court of Fontaine, I get a strong urge somewhere I've never been before. That's the only way I can find new inspiration. You know what? I've never been to Notlan or Snezhnaya. Maybe it's time to make some travel plans. Every nation has a completely different fashion sense, rooted in its unique culture. I have to keep incorporating new styles, adapting them, combining them, and innovating. That's the only way Chiyoria Boutique can continue to stand at the forefront of fashion. Look at me. Chat about anything for long enough and I'll always find a way to make it about work. I guess it's a deeply ingrained habit of mine. I'm always on the lookout for inspiration, and every aspect of daily life is a potential... Anyway, you're here. So, how... Do you have any Higuita here? I could go for a round or two against you. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? Don't think I'm good for anything beyond sewing and stitching, huh? I played it all the time when I was growing up in Inazuma, but no one knows how to play in Fontaine. You must have played it during your travels in Inazuma, right? I bet you're pretty good. Well, you game? Oh, don't tell me you're scared. Oh, you want to raise the stakes, do you? Fine by me. But if you lose... you come out at my store for a few days. You can do some sweeping, organize the outfits, maybe do a little modeling. And if I lose, I help out at your place instead. It's up to you. I can sweep the place or maybe do some decorating. We can start whenever you're ready. I've got my own pair of Higuita that I can use. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't use two. I use twin blades in combat. What's so strange about using twin Higuita? You can go ahead and use 4 Higuita against me if you want. I don't mind. Unless... Oh, you'd rather forfeit right now? Oh, don't you worry about that. Even though the Chioriya brand is all about never admitting defeat, on one condition, of course. We meet again. Huh. This place seems in good order. Though it is not as extensive as the Kujo clan's estate, I find it comfortable enough. So everything here was built according to your designs? I did not know you possessed such abilities. If we ever need to expand the Kujo clan residence, I'll be sure to find you. I have not yet mentioned any specifics, and you already agree so readily? Huh. Either way, I'm not here to twist your arm. In fact, there is little that can be changed about the Kujo clan residence. I mean, it would never become a place like this, at least. I've never visited a place filled with such vitality and happiness. We meet again. Huh. Seeing as I have nothing better to do, I'll comply. I suppose I have grown accustomed to spending most of my time in solitude. I seldom have the opportunity to speak with others. All right, ask away. Interesting. Your expression reminds me of my subordinates when they are giving a report. But I should remind you that I've never viewed you as a subordinate. It's difficult to converse with me, isn't it? To be honest, I've been studying methods of discourse lately in hopes of altering my stern appearance. However, there are many subtleties in communication. It is difficult to grasp in such a short time. If mastering conversation is akin to the skill of archery, then I am confident I can improve with more practice. In that case, I select you as... We meet again. Huh. Seeing as I have nothing but... I suppose I have grown... All right, ask away. I do, but if I ask, if you fail to do so, then you will receive the due punishment. To be honest, I've been studying. However, there are many subtleties in... If mastering conversation is akin to the skill of archery... In that case... We meet again. Huh. Going to bed at this hour? Perhaps there's something on your mind. If so, there is no harm in telling me. If not, then all the better. If there's nothing else, then good night. We meet again. Huh. For as long as I can remember, I've been accustomed to handling various matters myself. Though, I once did have the thought of raising pets. Due to various circumstances, I was never able to. Nothing in particular. I just thought it would be nice to have a companion. The commission is a whirlwind of people and unexpected complications, so I often relish opportunities to get away for assignments in the field. Whenever I think about it, I can only conclude that I have no time to care for a pet. Please, forget that I ever mentioned it. But growing up without a companion is not a pleasant experience. Everyone is the same in this regard. Pets, people, even Tengu. I suppose you are right. If I were to keep a pet here, I would certainly need to consult you first. What kind of pet do you think would be best? I know. How about a red-horned lizard? It's a solitary creature and doesn't require much interaction. A cat? How could I tell whether it's in a good or bad mood? I have no experience in this matter. I'm not entirely sure if I'm qualified to be a pet's master. However, because this is a matter between the two of us, you must also hold up your end of the bargain. To make things easier for you, I will take responsibility for the most difficult part. Exactly. Oh, but first and foremost, we must come up with a There is no rush. We can discuss it further when...
Wow! You kept this a secret, didn't you? There are all kinds of texts here. Oh, even my favorite periodicals. Does this mean you read them too? Oh, I'd love to hear what you think about them. The distance between the bed and the kotatsu is exactly right. And the placement of the wardrobe is eminently... My bedroom is my quiet space. With the exception of you, of course. Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together? Good morning. I trust you slept well? A journey is much like a battle. You cannot set out exhausted. Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together? Sure. What would you like to talk about? More about me? I don't mind. I only worry that you may find the topic a little boring. I remember I used to always stay home all by myself when I was little. I didn't really have any friends. In fact, I seldom spoke to anyone. When I found myself bored with little to do, I would skim through the various books we had lying around the house. Among the piles of texts on governmental affairs and diplomacy, there were a few books on the art of war. They were like gems to me. I remember thinking at the time that it would be perfect to work as an advisor someday. Whenever Her Excellency would come to me for advice, I could put on a show and mysteriously hand her a directive. Then, I could just snuggle right back up in my blanket and continue sleeping, with no fear of anyone disrupting me. I suppose I never expected that someone like me who was used to staying home, would be promoted to such a position. I clearly remember that on my first day as priestess, I had well over 100 people come pay their respects to me. I did my best to carefully record each of their names, but after about 20 people or so, I had already lost track. Eventually, I would feign that I was busy handling administrative affairs while using the papers to make a rough sketch of them with their name noted to the side for memorization later. This is why I am so happy whenever I see you making progress. Perhaps one day, you'll be even more suited than myself to appear before people, and even better prepared to carry their hopes forward. When that day comes, I can serve as your advisor. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Sure. What would you like to talk about? More about me? I remember I used to always stay home when I found myself bored with among the piles of tech. I remember thinking then I could just... I clearly remember that on my first day as priestess, I had well over 100 people come pay their respects to me. I did my best to carefully record each of their names. Eventually, I would feign that I was busy. This perhaps one day, when that day comes... Oh, you have... I've just wrapped up the administrative... If the opportunity arises, I would like to take you diving with me. The world is full of troubles. But when compared with the vastness of the sea, though the ages pass and time brings change, the sea continues as it always has. There are times when I feel utterly exhausted. So, I thought I should share with you the way that I unwind. That is indeed a problem. Wait! I've come up with a clever solution. I'll wrap the two of us in a gigantic bubble. This way, we can journey together underwater. You'll feel refreshed before you know it. Though I've never gone diving together with anyone before, I must say that I certainly look forward to it. No, not at all. The purpose of the trip is to relax, after all. Simply do as you please. Besides, you will have the Grand Strategist accompanying you. You need only focus on resting, and I'll take care of the details. Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together? Good morning. A journey is much like a battle. You...
Comfortable, yet elegant. Cozy, yet full of life. You managed to achieve a wonderful balance in this space. Perhaps it's a style all your own. Of course. Anytime, anywhere, any place. For however long you like. I'm always happy to lend an ear. Although, there is something I wanted to ask now that I've seen this masterpiece. As you get further on your journey, will you change the look of this place? Well, let's say you make your way to Snezhnaya, and the aesthetic catches your eye. Would you try to recreate it here? Or say that you make a new friend. Would you decorate a portion of this realm to make them feel at home? I see. That makes a lot of sense. Then, I suppose, There could be a few surprises in store one day. I'll look forward to it. Comfortable, perhaps. Well, in my free time, I like to clear my mind and listen to the lyre or the ukulele. Even solo, the sound is almost dreamlike in its beauty. So pure and sweet. Some emerging styles even incorporate drums or other stringed instruments to add a stronger beat and a more robust sound. In comparison, that kind of music is more like a gripping, vibrant dream. I'm not sure if I'm sensitive to music in general, or whatever the answer. I think it's important to be introspective about these things. Anyway, I never found the time to pick up an instrument myself. Are you a musician by any chance? I should have known. You remind me of a bard sometimes, you know? There's a certain musical cadence to the way you speak. I'm sure taking lessons from you would be quite a therapeutic process. I think I'll take you up on that offer, Maestro. Please be patient with me if I'm a slow learner. Perhaps. I love it. It feels just like home. I've spent quite a bit of time in other nations, so I'm used to many different aesthetics. But that's not why this place feels so comforting. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but as a well-traveled individual, your wealth of diverse experiences have as you decorated this space, those subconscious ideas likely guided your decisions. Similarly, another area influenced by our subconscious is the wondrous and mystifying realm of our dreams. It's a bit complicated. Simply put, to a certain extent, this place is a so, in that sense, if I analyze this place, perhaps, sweet dreams, traveler. Have a good night.
Hello. Good timing. I have a job that needs doing, and you are the only one who could... Good night. Relax and sleep well. Nobody would dare disturb you. Hello. Good timing. Most definitely. I have seen furnishings like these plenty of times before, though I don't believe I've seen them arranged in this particular fashion. The layout is clearly inspired and thoroughly distinctive. Simply marvelous. In fact, I'm inclined to have the Yashiro Commission headquarters remodeled in this style. Would you object to overseeing the project and making sure everything is to the right specifications? What gave it away? My acting skills... In any case, you may find me visiting you here quite... Hello. Good timing. If you wish to chat, then by all means, let's chat. What's on your mind? Life? Once work is accounted for, precious little time remains to allocate to my personal life. If this is something that concerns you, I see a simple solution. You can be my valet. My diet and other day-to-day needs will be your responsibility. Oh, as far as diet is concerned, I'm not a picky eater. And as for everything else... No, actually I don't think I have any peculiar habits that you need to be aware of. Though if you ever discover anything that tastes new and different, bring some back for me too. Yes, why not? Indeed, I am. It's entirely up to you. Hello. Good timing. Just wanted to see how you'd react. Have you ever taken a dog for a walk? Yes. Where you stroll together with it. Dogs are instinctually loyal. But no matter how well behaved a dog might be, it gets unhappy if it's cooped up in the same place for too. Bringing it outdoors and watching it run free and enjoy itself is a splendid way to relax. Don't you want to try? Don't worry. My staff will be sure to pick out a sufficiently docile dog for you. Failing that, well, there's always Tarumaru. All right then. If you have any reservations starting out, we can treat this as a practice area. Once you've reached the point where you're able to enjoy drinking some milk tea and walking the dogs. Hello. Good timing. Morning. Shall we have breakfast together?
Hey, you're back! So, what's up? Everything all right? Yeah, I heard from Tubby the butler bird that she can change the terrain to whatever you want. So, could you build a really tall mountain? The steeper the better. I want it to be a tough climb. Then, let's you and I have a race to the top. Wow, you didn't take much persuading. Thank you. I used to go mountain climbing with my Resistance comrades all the time. It was but something tells me that the chance to climb a mountain with you would become... In fact, I would love to share every happy moment with you. You're too kind. All right, how about we find a relatively safe mountain trail and see who makes it to the top the fastest? Are you up to the challenge? The loser has to treat the winner to a 3-course meal, and at least one of the courses has to be dessert. What? My tail as a pillow? Fine, I'll allow it, but only if you win. For the sake of my tale, I will give it everything I got. If you're serious about winning this, you're gonna... Right. Hey, So, what's up? Yeah, you bet. Don't worry, there have been times in the past when I've had to make do with a rock for a pillow or just find a patch of grass to lie down on. In the army, you learn how to sleep well wherever you are. Why would you think that? If your bowstring is always drawn tight, it will eventually snap. Relaxation is an essential part, which brings me to you. You've always been genuine with... Oh, anyway, don't worry. Hey, so what's up? Sure. How about I tell you some stories from my time in the Resistance? All right. The truth is, not every soldier that joins the Resistance goes through formal training, so new soldiers make small mistakes from time to time. For example, one time during a mock expedition, one of the new soldiers didn't store his rations carefully enough. They went bad and he ended up eating nothing but radishes for 2 whole weeks. Another time during a scouting operation, a new soldier mistook animal trails for enemy trails. They ended up playing cat and mouse with a forest boar for 3 whole days. Thankfully, these were just small oversights and never caused any serious consequences. On the contrary, we often have a good laugh about these things during our downtime. But when I think about it, I'm sure we would avoid issues like these if we reformed some of our guidelines. We should be mixing veteran soldiers and newer soldiers together. This way, veteran soldiers can act as mentors and share their experience with the newer soldiers. And oh, my apologies. I began thinking out loud there. I can go over these reforms some other time. Right now, I'm chatting with you, so I should keep it light. You want to hear my... soldiers love boasting about my military achievements. You know I can't say no to you, don't you? Let me think. Oh, okay. Here's what I remember. Hey, so what's up? Morning. I've completed my training for the day. If you plan on leaving now, then let me accompany you.
The weather's great today. Although, now I think about it, the weather here is the same every day. Morning! How do I look? 'Cause I feel pretty good. Oh, but, don't worry. Just because I'm feeling perky doesn't mean I'm gonna hunt any of your finches. Promise. The weather's great today. Sure. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? You couldn't have chosen a better topic. Delivering a high volume of packages isn't a problem for me. Yokai's legs are naturally fast, after all. But maintaining a good rating with clients isn't nearly as easy. Most people don't even bother to leave a review, good or bad.
I guess it's human nature to avoid doing anything that isn't absolutely necessary. Yet, despite that, I've noticed that when I'm a cat, passersby always stop and stare at me like they have nothing better to do, even if I'm just sunbathing. But as soon as I turn into a human being, suddenly no one has 2 minutes to spare to leave a good rating. Weird, isn't it? Depends. Sometimes, if only my yokai powers were stronger, maybe then I'd be able to run even faster. Or maybe even split myself into a ton of different stop with the math! I'm gonna tie my tails in knots trying to keep up! Why wouldn't I be? After all, this job has allowed me to visit and find my... You could say that taking my job seriously... The weather's great today. Nighty-night! Oh, there's just one last thing. And I'm not saying you will, but if you do end up hearing some crunching noises in your dream... Fine,
Hey, you're here! Finally! Welcome to Stronghold numero 2 of the Arataki gang. Ha ha! Good morning. It really is. Seriously, I slept like a baby last night, so I am feeling pretty pumped this morning. So, what are you up to today, huh? Need my help with anything? Whatever it is, just say the word and Ito is on the case. Hey, you're here. Welcome to Stronghold numero... Is that a trick question? This is me we're talking about. Send me anywhere in the world, anywhere at all, and I guarantee you I'd be able to live there. I've slept on the streets, down at the dock, deep in the forest, pretty much everywhere. Of course, comfort-wise, the cells at the police station are up there at the top of the list. That was all before I met you, though. This place is something else. In fact, I'm gonna go on the record and say that the comfort level here is like 10... No, what am I saying? 100 prison cells rolled into one. Why not? They're great! Anyway, look me in the eyes and listen up, okay? This place is awesome. Anyway, point made. Boom. I'm not gonna drag it out like some granny at a tea party. But the code of the streets is I should find a way to express my, gratitude. But...
Hey there. I sure get to see a whole lot of new things traveling with you. I gotta say, I'd love to watch Silence try and wrap his head around this, teapot of yours. Good morning. The coast looks clear. Don't forget to come get me before you head out. Hey there. I gotta say, I'd... Sure. Something new to share with me? You know, I've heard a lot of stories about you since arriving in this world. For example, the time that you helped the knights from Mondstadt and the time that you teamed up with the Adepti in the Yue to defeat an ancient gods and dragons. But whatever the crisis may be, you always step forward. It's because of people like you that both cities were able to survive. If that's what you call a small contribution. Seriously though. If the world ever does need saving, I've saved a world once before. I might be able to give you some pointers. Yeah, that's right. Trying to save the world when you can't stop thinking about food is... Seriously though. Trying to save the world is exhausting. The worst part is, once you find out who's responsible, you can't reason with them. It always comes down to a fight. I guess that... Hey there. I gotta say... Sure. You know, I've heard a lot of... For example, and the time that gods interact. But whatever the it's because of people like you that both... If that's what you... Seriously though. If the world ever does need saving, bring me with you. I've saved a world once before. I might be able to give you some pointers. Maybe. But sometimes you need to take the world on your shoulders in order to save it. Seriously, though. Trying to save the worst part is, you can't reason.
Wow, there are more books here than I expected. Huh? Wow, you know, I feel right at home here.
Right on cue. I was just wondering whether you might appear. Good morning. Oh, don't forget our arrangement. If you witness an injustice on the road... Right on cue. I was just Even if it were to exist solely upon the page, this teapot realm would... And yet here I am. Naturally, not to mention... Well, I can read at my leisure here, for hours on end, without any fear of interruption. Shh, not so loud. I wouldn't dream of neglecting any of that. But please, don't let anyone... My father and brother are all... Right on cue. I was just But of course, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Tell me, what have you been doing recently? Magnificent! How I would love to take up... Never mind. Why don't we have ourselves a little contest? There are no restrictions on the nature of the act, or... Oh, just... Right on... I was just wondering where... Good night. Rest well. I'll make sure to highlight any particularly enthralling passage.
What are you up to? For once, I have the day off. It's pretty nice. Thanks for the invite. I just did a few laps of the place. The general layout's really quite interesting. Did you study landscape design? Actually, no, I haven't. This has piqued my interest, though. I wonder if I should study for a qualification in landscape design. Wow, I like the enthusiasm. I guess I'll give it a shot then. In return, let's see. I'll cover all your roasted lavender melon. What are you up to? For one. Alright, go get some. I took an editing job recently. Don't be like me.
Hey, you're here? Welcome to Stronghold New... Wait, what? You're hitting the hay already? Oh, come on. Sleep is for the weak. Playing at night takes it to a whole nother level. Seriously, I'm preparing to go full Oni on you here.
Well, hello there, my dear partner. How have you been? Remember, if you ever find yourself caught up in some strange case, just notify me immediately. Thanks for looking out for me. But no need to worry. I'd say the peace and quiet you have here makes it an even better vacation spot than Watatsumi Island. Too bad there are no cases to crack, though. It's almost too serene. Lacks a little intrigue. Oh, no, that's my problem. Gah, look at me, making you feel bad. Hey, I have an idea. I think it'll give me a chance to redeem myself and serve as something fun to do. Let's play a little game of mine. Here's how it works. After you return here each day, I'll try to guess what you did that day, what you ate, even who you saw. If I win, you'll think of something to do for me. But if I lose, then I'll treat you to the best kushikatsu place I know. How's that sound? Well, hello there, my dear. Remember, if you ever find yourself caught... Sure, of course. I've actually been waiting to get... No, and whether it's from the more obvious... I have deduced that no... As for what led me to this conclusion... Oh, it appears you have some... In that case, you've already heard about... As for my family... How about this? You betcha. People have this That's why I strive to... By the way... Shh. Well, hello there. Remember, I was just about to head out for a bit, but the trip might be a little inconvenient. Excellent question. Actually, it was my conclusive evidence that landed their relative. Yes, but once the case is... Of course, it is... After all, speaking just as... With the way we Anyway, my intuition Well, hello there. Remember... Morning. Sleep...
Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. Hey, you own this place. What are you so nervous about? It's not a good look. It's nothing. I was just thinking about something inane. In your, realm, some areas are completely empty. I get it. There are always going to be those things that are just beyond our... With some things, they improve over time. This is your home. I'm just another person. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly... Good morning. A new day. A new life, huh? Oh, I must apologize. You have the prerogative as the owner of this place. What? Were you expecting me to start the conversation? That's probably not going to happen. It's not so much that I have nothing to say. I just have nothing fun or positive to share. You make it sound like that's some kind of achievement. I'm pretty frank with everyone nowadays. Although, do you know why I'm so fond of tea? When I drank tea for the first time, all I tasted was bitterness. At that time, I was sitting awkwardly by some bladesmiths. I was ignorant about the convent. Someone poured out a cup for me, and for lack of anything else to do, I accepted it. Now that I think back on it, they probably thought I genuinely... And now that I've had a taste of just about every flavor in this world, I've found that actually, spices are just added extras to mask a bland base. And all sweetness does is make the ugly truth easier to stomach. But bitterness is the true flavor of life. Raw and unadulterated. I don't care for dressing things up to make them more palatable. Bitterness is what it is. It doesn't change because of what... There's no need to kid yourself into thinking that... Oh, I must apologize. Why? You planning on helping me do it? In that case, I need to give this some thought. I want to find out... Although the expression on your face was priceless, I'm not in the business to make you suffer just for my amusement. If you really have nothing better to do, why don't you go find something for me to eat? It's not strictly necessary, but I've always found dinner tables to be extremely fascinating. Everyone's got their own agenda, but they all have to pretend to be cordial and what I wouldn't give to take you... The extreme lengths they'll go to... It's truly a pity that only the two of us... Anyway, I'm not picky, so I'll eat whatever you make. Okay, my mistake. That wasn't an... I was just conceding an error. Anyway, I don't think I could stand to be around... Oh, I must apologize. I nearly... So, another ordinary day. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Thank you for trying to look out for me. I'm not done with today.
It's my turn to play the guest, I see. A novel turn of events. I shall follow your lead and play the good visitor. Thank you for inviting me to this realm. This has proved a fine vacation spot. Is a transfer of ownership on the cards by any chance? No need to startle. This is a quiet and secure location, shielded from outside disturbances. It would make for a good backup base. Any object that could solve many problems is worth paying a fair price for. An unfortunate answer. This resembles a home more than it does a base. Is something the matter? A fine suggestion. This place is sufficiently large for... The children will be glad to have the chance to visit and... It's my turn to play the guest, I see. I shall follow your lead. Indeed, I was getting ready to retire myself. An early night is a balm for exhaustion, and presages a productive... It's my turn to play the guest. I shall follow your... That seems agreeable. Is there anything you would like to discuss? The children often say so too. I am not sure what to say to Father, what sort of topic I should go with. I hear such discussions often. In truth, talking to me is not very difficult. I can make conversation on most topics. Ah, it appears you quite enjoyed my choice of desserts for Miss Farina's table. There are many tricks to choosing treats. The key is having the varieties of the treats, their stores of origin, the artisanship of their personalities, relationships. A novice would find it difficult, yes. But is there anything else you'd like to ask? But of course, finding the work of intelligence gathering, just the opposite. You must first take if you have something you wish to share.
This realm is...
If you ever have...
This realm is... This realm is... If you ever have... This realm... If you ever have... This realm is... If you ever have... This realm is... If you ever have it... This realm is...
tonight. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Gosh, rebooting. All I can think about is D-Luke. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Rebooting. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Error. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke.
Just one word.
Dandelions? We grew up together after all.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. We grew up together after all.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit. Archons. I can't go any lower.
Just one.
Can't you give me a better price? Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured. That's what I'll make tonight.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Can't you give me a better price? Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Can't you give me a better price? Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
Just one.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
All I can think about is Diluc. Can't you give me a better price? Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is Diluc. Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Gosh, can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is Diluc. Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
It's monster. What could happen?
But we grew up together after all.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Can't you give me a better price?
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's Fruit.
Give me a better price. Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured. Error. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any
Grew up
lower.
together after all.
Could happen.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. Gosh, all I can think about is Diluc. But we grew up together after all.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
Can't you give me a better price?
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
God, all I could think about is dealing. Reboot.
Better see Barbara
Grew
at the
up
cathedral
together
if you're
after
injured.
all.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is dealing.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's fruit.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. Can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is dealing. Rebooting.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's fruit.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. Can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is dealing.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's
See
fruit.
Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
But we grew up together after all.
It's monster.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Error.
Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're
Fresh
injured.
fruit, only at Quinn's fruit.
But we grew up together after all.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's fruit.
But we grew up together after all.
Just one
Gosh, all I can think about is dealing. Can't you give me a better price?
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
It's monster. What could happen?
Gosh, all I can think about is
we
dealing.
grew up together after all.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
Fresh fruit, only at Quinn's.
Moon pie.
Better see Barbara at the
That's what I'll
cathedral
make
if you're
tonight.
injured. I'll make tonight. Gosh, all I can think about is Diluc. make tonight.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted.
That's what I'll make tonight. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Rebooting. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Only at Quinn's Fruit.
Can't you give me a better price? All I can think about is dealing.
Fresh fruit. Only at Quinn's Fruit.
Can't you give me a better price? Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Dandelions?
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Rebooting. But we grew up together after all.
It's Mondstadt. What could happen?
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Fresh fruit. Only at Quinn's Fruit.
Can't you give me a better price? That's what I'll make tonight. Better see Barbara in the cathedral if you're injured.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
It's Mondstadt. What could happen?
Can't you give me a better price?
Fresh fruit. Only at Quinn's Fruit.
Barbara in the cathedral if you're injured. Error. Can't you give me a better price? Gosh, all I can think about is dealing.
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Better see Barbara at the cathedral.
Just one more.
Can't you give me a better price? Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight. Better see Barbara at the cathedral. if
Fresh
you're injured.
fruit. Only at Quinn's Fruit.
But we grew up together after all.
It's Mondstadt. What could happen?
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower. Fresh fruit. Only at Quinn's Fruit.
But we grew up together after all.
It's Mondstadt. What could happen?
I swear on the Archons, I can't go any lower.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. Can't you give me a better price? Gosh, all I can think about is dealing.
Mondstadt. What could happen?
fresh fruit only at Quinn's Fruit.
Error. But we grew up together after all. Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. Gosh, all I can think about is